Before we dive into today's incredible discovery, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. If you're someone who appreciates the hidden value in the coins you once had in your pocket or maybe still have tucked away in a drawer, you're going to want to be here for what's coming next. You won't believe what this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth today. Let's go back. Not too far, just a few decades, 1993. A year many of you might remember well. Nelson Mandela had just been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. South Africa was at the edge of transformation, a nation holding its breath for freedom, for change, for a new dawn. And amidst that turning point in history, a small piece of metal was quietly minted, the 1993 20-cent coin from South Africa. Now imagine holding that coin. It's not gold, not silver, not particularly flashy. But it tells a story not just about currency, but about a country on the edge of a revolution. This coin is more than money. It's a symbol of a time, a place, a struggle, and a triumph. The 1993 South African 20-cent coin carries the image of the protea flower, a national symbol of beauty and resilience, delicate yet bold, chosen not just for its appearance, but for what it represents: diversity, endurance, and the unique identity of the South African people. For many, it was just pocket change. But for those who look deeper, it's a miniature time capsule. Flip the coin, and you'll find the coat of arms of South Africa as it was before the 2000 redesign. That emblem carries generations of meaning, carved into the face of this metal disc. It's not just decoration. It speaks of heritage, colonial legacy, unification, and the coming of a democratic age. Now let's talk about rarity. You see, not every coin is created equal. Some coins are produced in massive quantities, millions upon millions, making them common, almost disposable. But others, even when minted in relatively large numbers, end up becoming rare over time. Sometimes it's because many were melted down. Sometimes it's because of a small error. Sometimes they just vanish into private collections, never to return to circulation. The 1993 20-cent coin is one such example. Many people overlooked it. Who would think a small brass-plated steel coin could ever be worth more than its face value? But here's the thing: coins carry secrets, and collectors know how to listen. Over time, numismatists, those who study and collect coins, began to notice something different about certain 1993 issues. Slight variations in design,
impeccable mint conditions,
and in some cases, completely flawless strikes. Coins that seemed to defy the wear and tear of circulation. Coins that told their own story in their sheen, their weight, their very existence. Some of these coins were kept by mistake. Others were held onto for sentimental reasons. Perhaps by a father who passed it down to a son, or by a man who remembered the day he received it as change at a gas station in Johannesburg. And then, years later, someone looks into a drawer, opens an old box, finds that little coin again, and decides to look it up. The discovery of its value didn't happen all at once. It started with whispers in coin forums, rare auction appearances, quiet collectors who knew they were holding on to something special. And then, as prices began to rise, the world started to pay attention. By the time seasoned dealers got wind of what was happening, the value had already started to climb. Coin grading organizations began receiving more and more 1993 20-cent coins for evaluation. The coins that came back with a perfect MS66 or higher grade. They weren't just rare, they were exceptional, museum-worthy. And then came the private sales. The conversations behind closed doors. Serious collectors, investors even, began making offers that raised eyebrows. At first thousands, then tens of thousands, then six figures. But that was just the beginning. Because one specific 1993 20-cent coin, a pristine, mint-condition piece with full luster, sharp details, and flawless preservation, changed the game forever. It was sold. Quietly, privately.
no headlines,
No news splash. But word got out, as it always does in tight collecting circles. The figure was whispered. $3 million. Yes, $3 million. Why would anyone pay that much for a coin you could have once received in change from a grocery store? Because it's not about the coin itself. It's about everything it stands for. The history, the symbolism, the rarity, the perfect preservation, the story of a nation, frozen in metal, held in the palm of your hand. Because in the world of collectors, value isn't just about what something is made of. It's about what it means. Now, some of you watching right now might be wondering, could I have one of these? Is it possible I held onto something like this without even knowing? If you lived in South Africa or even visited, if you collected foreign coins, or if someone gave you a bag of old change they didn't want anymore, it's possible. Not guaranteed, but possible. So take a look. Open those drawers. Check those old jars. Dust off that box of coins in the attic. You never know. That tiny piece of brass-plated steel might just be your ticket to a fortune. And remember, this isn't just about the money. It's about rediscovery, about remembering a time when coins told stories, when they mattered, when holding one in your hand meant more than just making a purchase. It meant carrying a piece of a nation's soul. So if this story moved you, intrigued you, or made you want to go hunting through your old coin collection again, don't forget to subscribe. This is just one of many coins whose stories are waiting to be told. And who knows, the next one might just be sitting in your pocket right now. And yes, that one coin, the 1993 South African 20 cents in flawless condition, it sold for a staggering $3 million.